Welcome to the longest running quiz show in the area. Categories. High school students compete to answer questions on topics from art to science, history to current events. And now, here's your categories host, John Bartell.
Hi, welcome to Categories. Today we're bringing you a battle of two of the Blue Valley high schools as the Blue Valley North Mustangs take on the Blue Valley West Jaguars. Let's go ahead and meet our contestants. First from Blue Valley North.
Hi, I'm Neeraj.
I'm James and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Jessie and I'm a senior.
I'm Ganesh and I'm a freshman.
And I'm Verbin and I'm a senior.
And our competitors from Blue Valley West.
I'm Olivia and I'm a junior.
I'm Sham, I'm a sophomore.
I'm Sandy and I'm a junior.
I'm Billy and I'm a sophomore.
And I'm Curtis and I'm also a sophomore.
All right, Neeraj, do you want to go ahead and tell what? Yeah, I'm actually a senior, my bad. All right, there we go. Fantastic. Here on Categories in the first round, we will ask each team a question separately. If a team responds incorrectly, the other team will get a chance to steal before we move on. We did a coin toss before we started taping. It was won by Blue Valley West. So West, here is your category. It's vocabulary specifically to economics. What two 14-letter words differ by only one letter? One describing a relationship between the income and investments of the world or country as a whole. Sandy?
Macroeconomics and microeconomics.
Those are the two, and you saved me a lot of reading. Thank you. Mustangs, current events is your category. Due to Superstorm Sandy, what event was canceled for the first time in its 40-year history? Ganesh?
The New York City Marathon.
New York City Marathon, very good. West, you have the next category. It is American history. Everyone knows Francis Scott Key wrote the lyrics that have become our national anthem. But Mr. Key was not a composer of music. What was his profession? Olivia?
He was a poet.
I'm sorry, he was not a poet. Mustangs, chance to steal this American history question. Everybody knows Francis Scott Key wrote the lyrics that have become our national anthem. But Mr. Key was not a composer of music. What was his profession? Ganesh?
Was he a teacher?
He was not a teacher. He was a lawyer. He was a lawyer. Mustangs, you do get the next category, however. It is world languages. The Cornish language appears to have been revived from a linguistic death, although only about 150 persons are believed to speak it fluently. What is the only other lost tongue resurrected to everyday use? I'm sorry, Jesse, did not get that in on time. Jaguars, chance to steal this world languages category. The Cornish language appears to have been revived from a linguistic death, although only about 150 persons are believed to speak it fluently. What is the only other lost tongue resuscitated to everyday use? Billy?
Hebrew.
Hebrew is correct. Jaguars, you do get the next category. It is media, specifically radio broadcasts. With what three words did President Franklin D. Roosevelt begin his fireside chat radio broadcasts? Curtis?
People of America.
I'm sorry, cannot accept that. North, chance to steal this media radio broadcast category. With what three words did President Franklin D. Roosevelt begin his fireside chat radio broadcasts? Jesse?
Good evening, folks.
It's not good evening, folks. You were close, Curtis. It's my fellow Americans. My fellow Americans. North, you do get the next question, however. It is literature. What phrase means a last attempt, as in politics, a final fling, a swan song? The phrase was coined by Edwin O'Connor as the title of his 1956 novel. Jaguars, chance to steal this literature question. What phrase means a last attempt, as in politics, a final fling, a swan song? The phrase was coined by Edwin O'Connor as the title of his 1956 novel. Olivia?
Last-ditch affair.
I'm sorry, I cannot accept that. You were close. It's last hurrah, last hurrah. West, you get the next category. That's general knowledge. What successful no-frills airline is headquartered at Love Field in Dallas? Curtis?
Southwest Airlines.
Southwest Airlines is correct. Science, botany is your category, Blue Valley North. Relatives of the squash family grown for their ornamental fruits are called what? Neeraj?
Angiosperms.
I'm sorry, cannot accept that. Blue Valley West, science, botany is the category. Relatives of the squash family grown for their ornamental fruits are called what? Olivia?
Gourds.
Gourds is correct. U.S. geography is your next category, Jaguars. Name the 2 U.S. states whose largest cities share the same name. Mustangs, chance to steal this U.S. geography category. Name the 2 U.S. states whose largest cities share the same name. Neeraj?
New York and New Jersey.
I'm sorry, cannot accept that. We were looking for Oregon and Maine, of which the largest city is Portland in both. Mustangs, you do get the next category. It's music. What quick waltz, named for an eating utensil, can be played by almost any beginning pianist? Ganesh?
Chopsticks.
It is chopsticks. Blue Valley West, another literature question. The book entitled Fragments of an Autobiography told about its English author's life as a child, particularly while his father was in a debtor's prison. Olivia?
Charles Dickens.
It is Charles Dickens. Blue Valley North, general knowledge. Place the following methods of cutting up food in order from the one that creates the smallest pieces to one that creates the largest. Here are the 3. Chop, grate, mince. James.
Mince, chop, grate.
Sorry, cannot accept that. West, you have a chance to steal this general knowledge category. Place the following methods of cutting up food in order from the one that creates the smallest pieces to the one that creates the largest. Sandy.
Grate, mince, chop.
That's the order. Very good. Blue Valley West, you have the next category. Science, species. Place, that's another one putting in order. Place these big cats in order from largest to smallest. Lion, tiger, cheetah, leopard. Shawn.
That'd be tiger, lion, leopard, cheetah.
That's the order. Very good. Blue Valley North, math, geometry is your category. How many square yards are there in a rectangular floor that is 3 foot by 6 foot in dimensions? Ganesh?
2.
2. World geography for you, Jaguars. Where are the mountains of the moon? Shawn?
The moon.
I'm sorry, cannot accept that. Blue Valley North, world geography is the category. Where are the mountains of the moon? Jesse?
China.
I'm sorry, it is not China. It's Central Africa, along the Uganda-Zaire border. Blue Valley North, you do get the next category. It is sports. Where is the Basketball Hall of Fame located? Time on that. West, chance to steal this sports category. Where is the Basketball Hall of Fame located? Sandy?
North Carolina.
It is not North Carolina. Springfield, Massachusetts. Springfield, Massachusetts. Jaguars, you do get the next category, however. It is vocabulary. The shallow, curving, slow-moving water channels that surround the lower Mississippi River and its delta were given what name by early French settlers? Shawn?
Bayou.
Bayou. Very good. Mustangs, you have the next category. It is history, specifically earthquakes. On April 18th, 1906 and September 1st, 1923, earthquakes struck San Francisco and Tokyo respectively. The damage to these cities as a direct result of the earthquakes ran into the millions of dollars. But even greater destruction and more deaths were caused by what followed the quakes. What occurred in the aftermath of the quakes? Jesse?
Tsunami or tidal wave?
Cannot accept that, sorry. West, chance to steal this history earthquakes question. Same one given to the Mustangs. On April 18th, 1906 and September 1st, 1923, earthquakes struck San Francisco and Tokyo, respectively. I'm going to jump ahead a little bit in the question. Even greater destruction than the direct cause from the earthquake was caused by what followed the quakes. What occurred in the aftermath? Curtis.
Fires.
Fires is what we were looking for. Very good. Blue Valley West, you do get the next category. It is current events. Hundreds of leaders of Syrian opposition groups met in the capital city of what country in an effort to form a unified political and military front? Sean?
Lebanon.
It is not Lebanon. Mustangs, chance to steal this current events category. Hundreds of leaders of Syrian opposition groups met in the capital city of what country in an effort to form a unified political and military front? Ganesh?
Jordan.
It is not Jordan. It's Qatar or Qatar. North, you do get the next question. It is U.S. government. In taking the oath of office, a president swears to do 3 things to the Constitution. What are the 3 words used in the oath? Jaguars, chance to steal this U.S. government question. In taking the oath of office, a president swears to do 3 things to the Constitution. What are the 3 words used in the oath? Sean?
Respect, obey, and enforce.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. We're looking for preserve, protect, defend. Preserve, protect, defend. West, you do get the next question. It is film, specifically theme songs. Which song led the American Film Institute, which song led the American Film Institute's list of the top 100 movie songs? North, you have a chance to steal this theme song film category. Which song led the American Film Institute's list of the top 100 movie songs? Ganesh?
Over the Rainbow.
It is Over the Rainbow. My vote would have been for the theme song for Shaft, but I was wrong. Blue Valley North, you do get the next category. It is literature. Which famous American novel opens with this line, and I quote, "The cold passed reluctantly from the earth, and the retiring fogs revealed an army stretched out on the hills"? Sorry, time on that. West, chance to steal this literature category. Which famous American novel opens with this line? "The cold passed reluctantly from the earth, and the retiring fogs revealed an army stretched out on the hills"? Sandy?
War of the Worlds.
It is not War of the Worlds. It's Red Badge of Courage. Red Badge of Courage. Blue Valley West, you do get the next category. General knowledge is the category. Of which of these calendars is the current year the highest? The Chinese lunar calendar, the Gregorian calendar, the Jewish calendar, or the Julian calendar? Olivia? It is the Jewish calendar. And with that siren, that does denote the end of our first round. And Blue Valley West responded correctly right before that siren. We have a score of Blue Valley West 10, Blue Valley North 4. At this time in our program, we go to a member of each school to give us a campus update. And first, we're going to go to James from the Mustangs. James, what is happening with Blue Valley North?
Well, not too much has happened since our last episode, but the yearbook is doing a fundraiser for Hurricane Sandy by collecting spare change. The debate team is off to a good start. They took 3rd at the Kansas City Community College, and at the Blue Valley tournament, we had 4 teams qualify for the elimination round. Thursday is our annual blood drive for Red Cross, and our volleyball team took 5th in the state, and Caroline DuPont was named to the All-State volleyball team.
Oh, outstanding. Outstanding. And it looks like we have Olivia. Olivia, what is happening with Blue Valley West and the Jaguars?
Well, our football team won their first playoff game, so they're one step closer to 5A state. Our debate team swept the finals at KCC. Theater is putting on their play Much Ado About Nothing this week, and we just finished up an art supplies drive for our National Art Honor Society, and we're starting community service drives for Hurricane Sandy relief as well as raising jeans for inner city.
Oh, outstanding. So I like how both schools have a real heart for service. That's outstanding. Good job. As we hand it into the second round here on categories, it is our lightning round in which a question is placed on the floor for either team to answer. If a team does respond incorrectly, the other team will get a chance to steal that point. So here we go, both teams. Science, geology is the category. What allotropic form of carbon is made up of crystals in the shape of thin, flat plates? Shawn. It is graphite. Geography, landforms is the next category. What is the greatest example of erosion in the world? Neeraj.
The Grand Canyon.
It is the Grand Canyon. Next category for both teams is sports, baseball. Under what rule can an umpire in baseball call a batter out for a pop-up with men on... Olivia?
The infield fly rule.
It is the infield fly rule. Science, oceanography for both teams. Rip currents can be very hazardous to people who swim in the ocean. These narrow channels of water flow swiftly away from the shore, and few swimmers are strong enough to fight against them. What's the best way to escape from one? Olivia?
Go along with the current.
I'm sorry, cannot accept that. Blue Valley North, chance to steal this oceanography category. Rip currents can be very hazardous to people who swim in the ocean. These narrow channels of water flow swiftly away from the shore, and few swimmers are strong enough to fight against them. What's the best way to escape from one? Jesse?
Swim parallel to shore.
Swim parallel to shore is the exact words that I'm looking for. General knowledge for both teams. Which hobby became more popular after the publication of the book Roots? Bourbon.
Bonsai.
I'm sorry, cannot accept that. Blue Valley West, chance to steal this general knowledge category. Which hobby became more popular after the publication of the book Roots? Shawn?
Trimming.
That is not trimming. It's actually genealogy. Genealogy. Both teams, fine arts, another dance question. Which of the following dances is not American in origin? Is it the foxtrot, Charleston, Lindy Hop, Can-Can, Big Apple? Sandy.
The can-can.
The can-can. Economics for both teams. To follow individual stocks covered by the S&P 500 Composite Index, you would check the listings for which exchange? The American, New York, over-the-counter, or commodities? Neeraj?
The New York.
New York is correct. Next category for both teams, military history. The Civil War began on April 12, 1861, with an attack on what federal fort? Ganesh?
Fort Sumter.
Fort Sumter is correct. Another history question, this time inventions. Although no pre-Columbian civilization in America ever made practical use of it, possibly because they lacked strong beasts of burden, this invention has in fact been discovered in Inca relics used as a toy. What is it? James?
Wheel.
It is a wheel. U.S. geography for both teams. Name the 4 states that fall within both the Eastern and Central time zones. Shawn?
Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Alabama.
Sorry, that is incorrect. Blue Valley North, you have a chance to steal this U.S. geography category. Name the 4 states that fall within both the Eastern and Central time zones. James.
Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Georgia.
I'm sorry, that too is incorrect. Indiana, Kentucky, and Tennessee, and Florida. And Florida is the 4th one on the list. Math for both teams. Find the derivative of f of x equals 4x squared minus 5x. Shawn.
8x minus 5.
That's the correct answer. Science, space is the next category. All of the space shuttle launches are designated with the initials STS. What did STS stand for? Space Transportation System. Space Transportation System. Literature for both teams. According to Ralph Waldo Emerson, what will happen if a man builds a better mousetrap? Sean?
The mouse will adapt.
Sorry, cannot accept that. Blue Valley North, chance to steal this literature category. According to Ralph Waldo Emerson, what will happen if a man builds a better mousetrap? Ganesh?
The mouse will get caught in it.
I'm sorry, cannot accept that either. The answer is the world will make a beaten path to his door. Military history for both teams. Used by the Union Army late in the Civil War, this device could fire 350 rounds. Curtis?
The Gatling gun.
It is the Gatling gun. U.S. government for both teams. At a political convention, it's a person who's authorized to act on behalf of an absent delegate. What's the word we're looking for? Time on that one. Alternate. Alternate. World history is the next category. Under the leadership of Stalin, the former Soviet Union experienced all of the following except what? Farm collectivization, major industrialization, Hungarian revolt. Curtis?
Hungarian revolt.
Hungarian revolt is correct. And you've opened up a bit of a lead here. Blue Valley West with a score of 16, Blue Valley North 9. World geography for both teams. Only 1/5 of the people live in this rugged area of Scotland, covering the northern 2/3 of the country. Sean?
Highlands.
Highlands, very good. Literature for both teams. Which book by Cornelius Ryan chronicles the events of D-Day? Olivia?
All Quiet on the Western Front.
I'm sorry, cannot accept that. Blue Valley North, literature is the category, your chance to steal. Which book by Cornelius Ryan chronicles the events of D-Day? Ganesh?
Operation Overlord.
That too is incorrect. It's The Longest Day. The Longest Day. Sports for both teams. Each year, over 120,000 people attend this major sporting event, even though the principal players are only 3 years old. Name it. The Kentucky Derby. The Kentucky Derby. I never said they were people, sorry. Science, terminology for both teams. If a desert tortoise spends the summer or the dry season in a burrow, what is it doing? Olivia?
Hibernating.
I'm sorry, cannot accept hibernating. Blue Valley North, science, terminology is the category. If a desert tortoise spends the summer or the dry season in a burrow, what is it doing? Jesse?
Estivating.
Estivating, very good. Another science question, this time over energy for both teams. In a landmark 19th century couplet, Rudolf Clausius proclaimed, "The energy of the universe is constant. The entropy of the universe tends towards a maximum." What numerical name is now given to this law? Sean?
Laws of thermodynamics.
Sorry, I cannot accept that. Blue Valley North, you have a chance to steal the science energy category. In a landmark 19th century couplet, Rudolf Clausius proclaimed, "The energy of the universe is constant. The entropy of the universe tends towards a maximum." What numerical name is now given to this law? Jesse?
First law of thermodynamics.
It's the second law. It's the second law, sorry. General knowledge for both teams. What organization that admits members who are at least 32nd degree Masons and has an ancient Arabic theme? Curtis?
The Freemasons.
It is not the Freemasons. General knowledge is the category North. You have a chance to steal. What organization admits members who are at least 32nd degree Masons and has an ancient Arabic theme? Neeraj?
The Illuminati.
It's not the Illuminati. It's the Shriners. It's the Shriners. Illuminati and the Shriners often get confused, I agree. All right, current events for both teams. Some presidential election experts predict that it will take beyond Election Day to determine who wins Ohio's electoral votes. How many electoral votes does Ohio have? James?
18.
18. Fine arts, opera is the next category. Based on the French novel by Henri Murger, its title refers to the carefree life that an artist leads. Name the opera. La Boheme. La Boheme is the answer. American history for both teams. Each of the following sets of historical events occurred close to each other in time. Your task is to identify the event that took place first, and here they are. The Battle of Waterloo, the Treaty of Ghent, the Missouri Compromise. Sandy?
The Treaty of Ghent.
The Treaty of Ghent is the first. Very good. World geography, flags to be specific, is the category. What nation's flag features a lion holding a wheel of law, a Buddhist symbol of enlightenment? Ganesh?
Sri Lanka.
It is not Sri Lanka. Blue Valley West, chance to steal this World Geography flags question. Sean?
Bhutan.
It is not Bhutan. It is India. India. We have to check into that one. I don't know if that's a good question. I'm going to throw that question away. That was a bet. All right, here we go. Next question. We'll come back. We'll analyze that at the end of the show here. Science, anatomy is the next question. The veins through which the blood leaves the liver are called what? Sean?
Hepatic veins.
We'll accept that. Yep. Hepatic or hepatitis liver. Both teams, U.S. history, presidents. The Agricultural Society of Paris awarded a gold medal to this president for inventing a new plow. Olivia.
Thomas Jefferson.
It is Thomas Jefferson. Vocabulary, spelling. Please spell, or name it and spell it, this lecherous deity in Greek mythology that was part man, part goat. Sean?
Is it Pan, P-A-N?
I'm sorry, cannot accept that. Ganesh?
Satire, S-A-T-Y-R.
That is correct. Very good. Math is the next category for both teams. The square root of 72 is equal to 6 times the square root of what? Sean?
2.
2. Very good. And with that, Siren, that does denote the end of our game. And Blue Valley West came out on top with a score of 21 to Blue Valley North 12. Please join us again here next time on Categories as we will bring you the best and brightest minds of high school students all throughout Johnson County.